Hello loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually going to be doing someone else's nails, and I wanted to show you guys how I do this, I guess. So this is my good friend Jomati. I actually just recently did, well, not recently, this is going on what,
3 weeks?
3 weeks. So this manicure right here was done 3 weeks ago, and she does have a broken nail, so I will be showing you guys how I would repair a nail. This is what I would do on myself along with a friend or a client. No, I do not do nails professionally, but when I do makeup, you know, with the bridal party, anything could go wrong, will go wrong. So she does have some growth. This is a chrome powder on top of a black, and it's lasted her 3 weeks, so I haven't had any issues with the powder that I use. So I'm gonna leave it linked down below along with any other products that I use here, so feel free to check them out. Check out where you can pick them up from. So I'm actually gonna soak this off, but before I soak it off, I will show you guys how I do so. So before I start off soaking them off, I'm going to take a nail file. This is from, I want to say this is from Sally Hansen's. This is a 100/180 grit file. I do recommend, if you're not familiar with files like this, or you just don't work with a lot of files, that you use something that's a lot less gritty. What I'm gonna actually do is file the top layer of the nails, so it removes the clear top coat on top, so that when I go to soak them off, they soak off a little better. This is a step a lot of people forget to do, but it's the one step that helps in the process of removing them faster. So what you're going to need to soak off the nails, I've already filed just a little bit of the top layer off. You're going to need 100% acetone, which is highly recommended. Try not to use any moisturizing agents because you want it to fully remove the gel without having to scrape off any product. I take some cotton rounds and with some scissors, and I cut them in 4, so you get these like semi-triangular rounds. And I also take some foil and trim it in some strips because I use that to wrap around the fingers. So I've done this technique before on my channel. It's just many moons ago. So I'm actually, to protect my manicure, I'm going to put on some gloves. Okay, so I'm going to take a few of the rounds, soak those rounds with acetone, and I'm going to take a singular round and a foil. Place the aluminum foil under her finger. I'm going to place the round on top of her finger, and then I'm going to wrap the finger with it. Make sure you tighten it around the nails because you want the acetone to penetrate into the nail and the nail bed, so that way it can break down that gel polish. So I like to leave the shiny part of the aluminum on facing the finger, so that way I feel like it activates it a little bit better. So now that she looks like E.T. phone home, we're actually going to leave this on for about 20 minutes, and then I will show you guys how we scrape off the polish. This has been on the nail for probably a little bit over 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the foil off the pinky, and you're going to turn it. And as you guys can see, it is lifted. So you take a clean cuticle pusher or a metal cuticle pusher like this, and you just remove the gel polish with minimal to no damage to the nail. So you don't even have to buff. You just kind of just scrape off the polish very lightly. I'm not putting any pressure on the nail at all whatsoever. If you have any stubborn polish that doesn't want to come off, I recommend buffing it lightly and then using the pusher. So now we're going to dehydrate the nail by taking some alcohol. 91% is my favorite. And I'm taking a paper towel because ain't nobody got time to be sitting there buying no lint wipes. And I'm dehydrating the nail and cleaning it from any residue, any oils, any powder from the buffing, anything. Yeah, this nail right here is cracked halfway, so I want to fix it because it's kind of close to the nail bed and it will hurt. So we're gonna take some tea, tea. This is the green tea. This is decaffeinated. I don't think you guys give a shit. So I'm actually going to take the tea bag. I'm going to cut the tea bag in pieces, and I'm going to come back. So I cut the tea bag in a very small strip, and I'm going to trim it again just to fit it to the nail. But something like this is very simple and easy to do. So you just take a tea bag. You can also take silk wraps. You can get those at Sally's. I don't have any nail glue, but I do recommend using a little bit of nail glue onto the nail. And once you cut your tea bag to fit, place a little bit of nail glue in that space and place the paper on top. But because I don't have that, I'm actually going to use a little bit of the Vita Gel. So I'm going to take, this stuff is very, very thick. I'm actually going to show you guys how thick this is. This stuff is very, very thick. So I'm going to take a little bit on that part of the nail. Take the tea bag, place it where it needs to be. As you guys can see, it'll stick. It'll absorb that gel. What we're going to do is take a little bit more of the gel and place it on top so that it absorbs it very gently. It will move, so you have to make sure you place it back and then cure the nail. So I'm not doing a very clean application for this because I am just building up the strength of the nail and I'm trying to fix it first. I'm going to cure this nail for 30 seconds. And it created a hard surface for it. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see, turn your hand a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that you can see the actual tea bag. So what you're going to do is take a little bit of alcohol, wipe off the sticky layer, and now I'm actually going to buff around this area. If you have the machine, good. If not, that's fine. Just take your file and buff around it so that it evens out the surface a bit. And it's just the edges that you're doing. You're not touching the center part, which is what you're covering up. So that way when I do her manicure, she has a more fluid, you know, it doesn't look like there's a patch there. Now, once it's all set and you've taken down the edges, just wipe it with some alcohol, let it air dry, and you can continue on adding the thick viscosity gel or whatever base gel you want to start off with. So with her, we actually were gonna go for a coppery type look, something more fall friendly. So I actually was gonna mix two colors. I have the IBD Just Gel Polish in Infinitely Curious, which is a bright orange, and I also have SensatioNail Espresso Bean, which is like a yellowish brown color. So this is going to be actually the base, and then I'm going to add one layer of orange so that we can maybe achieve this coppery look, but we don't know yet. So you're just going to find out as good as we are. So what I'm going to do is take a layer of Espresso Bean by SensatioNail and place one thin layer on her nails and then cure for 1 minute. Please remember that each layer of gel polish has to be cured for at least 1 minute. Okay, we do your nail now. Okay, so now that we did the browned layer, browned with a D, because I'm adding letters to my words, I'm going to go in with Infinitely Curious by IBD Gel. It's this one right here. Again, all the links will be down below for all the products that I use. Now it's time for the most favorite part, and that is to apply the Elite 99 No Wipe Top Coat. This is my holy grail, dead ass. These videos would not be happening if I did not have this top coat. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a thin layer, and then we're gonna cure for 30 seconds to a minute. It's all depending on preference, but I like to cure them for a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna take the holographic powder that I've used before, and this I will leave the link down below, but I'm not sure if she sold out of it already, but I picked this up at the Etsy shop, and I wiped off the nails already, and I'm going to just stick, oh, thank you, sweet baby Jesus. That is the holographic nail itself, and when you see it in natural light, you'll be able to see the reflex of the light orange and the brown, so it gives it more of a coppery tone, but the hollow itself is just beautiful. So now I'm gonna make sure that I dust off the nails of any excess before I apply her top coat, because I don't want too much of a glittery look. I want a seamless chromatic holographic look. Okay, so I'm gonna take the no wipe top coat again, and I'm gonna apply a thin layer and then cure for another minute. So that is it. This is the completed look. That color was looking real ugly, but I actually fixed it using the holographic powder, which I got from a seller on Etsy. Her nails look fall ready, and in the light, it's going to reflect awesomeness. I'll actually show you guys how her nails will look in the light. If you guys have ever tried a holographic powder, you will know that you get this dimensional, you know, color shift, which I love. Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.